Hey guys, it's me, man. Action bring us some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. In the last part, we cross-examined Sister Bikini, and in this part, we are going to carry on with the trial, and we're gonna have a little talk with Phoenix Wright's best friend, Larry Butts. All right, all right. I'll help you any way I can. First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying. Mr. Edgeworth, it's just as I said yesterday. The incident occurred. Until the incident occurred, I was in my room in Hazuko Temple. Very well. The second thing then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder, sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one using who used the motorcycle, snowmobile? Sorry. There is only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me. So it was you. But why? What made you go to Dusky Bridge? I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Another one. 5 Psylocks. Iris, I can't tell you about that yet. Yes? Not until her safety is confirmed. Her? The safety of the Acolyte. The Acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya. Yeah, she's still stuck there. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Dunim? No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life. As I thought, no silent could look. Very well. It's my job to get the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. Alright. Back into the courtroom. Court will now reconvene. Miss Wonkama, where's the witness? During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in a gallery. Suspicious behavior? He was sketching something very intensely. Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained? He drew a terrifying woman armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip. I can only presume that his intention was to capture you. Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Loris Dunim, I hope you're ready. Get in there. Get in here. That's what she said. It would seem that Whip is going to see plenty more use today. Ouch. Your sketch is in contempt of this court. Hey! I was just artistically rendering. You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your subpoena, right? Correct? Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, to use a technical term for the color, viridian. Larry, this isn't an art store, now is it? I know, I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields? I presume he wants to say field work, I hope. That's it, thanks buddy. Kinda sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence. I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. So see, I've got nothing to do with this trial at all. Did Butts ever meet? I think he did. What I was about to say is, did Butts ever meet Ron Karma? I'm not sure. Eesh. Stop your pathetic blabbering and testify like a man. Refrain from whipping me, Miss Wonkama. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. Witness, this is all your fault. Testify now. This is too much for me. Okay, what did he see? I was at that lodge out in the mountains, looking up at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't meet anyone at the bridge that night. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. Aren't I edgy? Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony. I'm just a nobody, nothing but a small worthless man, aren't I? And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation, or anything else? Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex. He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he can be to other people. Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything, every case. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy. Well then, let's proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time. Okay, what did you see, mate? Okay. I was at the lodge out in the mountains looking up at the stars at night that night. Whatever's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? This one single statement is so full of contradictions. For a moment there, I thought I was going to collapse. So, witness, any ideas as to where these contradictions of testimony lie? Depending on your answer, I may let my whip have its way. Okay, give me a minute. Well, it was snowing that night, so I couldn't possibly have seen the stars. That rundown shack is hardly a lodge, is it? And even if the stars could be seen, it isn't like I was there to look at them, right? See, you can do it if you try. There is only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge. A number of times? How many? Maybe 5 times? I went once every 20 minutes. Which means you spent almost 2 hours at Heavenly Hall that night. You bet real love is about waiting for your heart, with your heart in your hands. Love, you say? It was this man's intention to summon the defendant to a small shack, using this blackmail method. Blackmail? No, that was simply a product of overflowing love. And then it gets whipped. You huffy puffy, loosey goosey excuse for a whimpering, whiny wuss of a witness. Damn, say that 10 times fast. So, what did you see? I hope for your sake you saw a snowmobile. You happy I'm not gonna say it again. Well, you see, being called those names, it doesn't bother him at all, no. Man, what a joke of a human being. Larry, you really didn't see it. Hey, no need to hit your desk. I can hear you. I didn't see it. I didn't see a snowmobile. Larry, say snowmobile for me, please. Snowmobile. If you truly have nothing to hide, then why are you stammering like you just flew out of a cuckoo's nest? Shut up! What is this? I don't know. Don't ask me. It seems that I'll need to start from a more obvious contradiction. I'm going to strike the blow that will finally get him to spill the beans. You didn't meet anyone on the bridge that night. You didn't meet anyone? That's right, because I've got nothing to do with this. I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay? Come on, I expect to see those Crimson Lake faces now. It would appear that simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth. Indeed, it seems like he's going to claim to have nothing to do with this to the end. I don't want this guy to cost us any more time. I need to slide through his obvious contradictions and keep things moving forward. Moving along. Okay, so there's one obvious contradiction. He says that I didn't meet anyone at the bridge that night, which is an absolute lie, because if you remember, he did meet up with somebody. He met up with Phoenix, or us, or whatever you want to say. Sorry, Butts. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic. Oh damn, they're roasting this man. I thought this was a courtroom, no roast session. You're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry, but having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, that could have been considered a step in the right direction. Yeah, technically. Edgy, are you trying to console me? It doesn't sound that way to me. However, I simply cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create. Wow. You're totally pinning this on me. Now then, let's talk about the night of the murder. Since Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. That's right, me, in the flesh. Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. That reality will not change. But what do you want me to do then? Larry, what you need to change is your inner self. What you saw that night, testify truthfully. That is all you can do for now. Edgy, I think I've finally woken up. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well. I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder? Okay, mate. Please tell us the truth this time. I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been about 10:30 p.m. I was lying under a bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out the window and the dusky bridge was on fire. There was there was still some thunder, but I wanted to check it out. Anyway, that's when I ran into Nick. You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you? So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire? It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. It totally burnt out, like almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall. What did you say? Oh, don't worry, nothing life-threatening. He just caught cold. As always, hard to know if he should be called lucky or unlucky. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination. Ooh. She looked a bit worried for Phoenix right there. She showed a little bit of emotion. Alright, let's go ahead and press every statement like we always do. What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half? Well, if you really must know, I was busy being excited, I guess. Excited? Did I even ask? I set the meeting time at 10 p.m, right? But I couldn't wait, and I thought she might come early too. Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end, because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did they? Shut up! Don't go picking my fond memories apart. Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So every 20 minutes or so, I went out to the bridge. But I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. I didn't have anything else to do, so I went back to the shack to wait for her. The light was, of course, lightning. Like, kapow! Like a slap from Naomi, honestly. A big bada boom. Or a little like that. That's more like a punch from Miranda. He's talking about his girlfriends. Well, ex-girlfriends anyway. Witness, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge? Well, I was startled by the flash of light, so... Dusky Bridge was on fire. Seeing that, what did you do? What do you think? I was burning up as well from the fire in my heart. And that's why you went to take a look at the bridge? Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so at first I thought, forget it. I'm not leaving my covers. But it had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know. I changed my mind. Man, so going out like when it's snowing, it's so terrible because if you have very thin shoes, then the snow, like, it melts and it makes your feet very wet. It makes your sock wet, and then you have cold water in your toes, and it's terrible, man. I just don't like it when it's snowing. You know, it's fun when it takes a day off of school, when you get to take off a day of school. Like, I remember when it was snowing pretty badly. I got a day off school that day. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, the worst thing about snow is the ice. Like, people slipping and sliding. Like, I've seen people just absolutely collapse. I've done it as well. It's terrible having absolutely no control. You have to walk. The only way you can't walk on the sidewalk. You have to walk on the road, because the road is the only part that actually got melted. So it's like, oh my god, it's terrible, man. It is absolutely terrible. And you have to walk to school like that. Like, it's terrible, man. Especially where you live. Where I live like right at the end of my road, so like there's not many cars that come down there to like melt the ice and stuff. So getting up my road is like, it's like perilous. Once you get to the high street, it's kind of like fine because, you know, there's a lot of cars there, and, you know, most of the snow is melted. But going down my road is like, oh, you better hope to God that you'll be fine. But anyway, so I press him, not right now. Why didn't you call anyone? Larry, let me ask you one thing. Where is it, Izzy? What's with the serious face? Why didn't you call anyone? What do you mean? Normally, when faced with towering inferno, one would try to tell someone. There's a public throne right by Dusky Bridge, correct? Well, of course, I thought of doing that. So then, let's hear why you didn't. Yeah, okay. A reason. My reason. I didn't. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone. I just didn't have the time. Okay. I arrived at the bridge, and Nick showed up a minute later. You couldn't have arrived at the bridge at the same time, right? Yeah. I thought I'd better tell someone like this. But then Nick came up yelling about murder. It told him to forget about the bridge. The fire was pretty much out by then anyway. What's this feeling? I suddenly have a terrible case of unease. It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct? Yeah, that's pretty much it, more or less. He told me about the burning bridge yesterday, but there's still something that doesn't quite fit. It looks like, despite his strength of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth. There's a discrepancy here. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. So the fire started at 10:45. So that would be 15 minutes. There's 15 minutes that it was still on fire, wasn't it? There's 15 minutes that are going. Your very existence being a contradiction. I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not. What the hey, Edgy? You make me sound like some sort of alien. But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time. I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him a bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up to him? Catch up with him. Terrible at those. This is much more simple. You saw the lightning struck Dusky Bridge, and immediately want to see what happened. Is that correct? Well, yeah, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less. I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, lightning fell off 10:45. You say it was less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there around 11 p.m. That all sounds right. Yeah, but the fire was still all there for 15 minutes. That's impossible. What do you mean? 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There's no way that Larry could have encountered him at the bridge at the same time. Excuse me, I have an objection. You do? Edgy, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry, I'm Louis. Shut up, mate! It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11, in which case it could have been earlier than that. What's your footing here, there, Miss Francisca von Karma? The stove or head is slippery. For there is no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m. And why not? It's clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m. Which means what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge as it was burning that night. He did not arrive until after the flames had died down. Larry. Okay, I thought it was still on fire. It looked like it was still on fire. Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. But are you still trying to hide something from us? I know there was 15 minutes that were missing, but I wasn't really sure. I guess I was still sleeping. This guy, if he just told the truth, everything it wouldn't need to be as crazy, but whatever. I hardly see that as much of a problem. Yeah, not much of a problem at all. Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes, and there is a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident? Did you simply watch the bridge burn? Was the bridge burn? That is the problem there. Even after the bridge burned, he was still there. He simply stood there and didn't report anything. That's what it sounds like. This might be Larry this might be Larry we are talking about, but even he is incapable of being so stupid. There has to be a reason for his inaction. Edgy. I think this is about this time I got serious with you, dude. Now he chooses to be serious? Since I thought you've been playing with us the whole time. Listen, I'm gonna tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all? Yeah, yes. Then say it. Very well. I have a terrible feeling about this, however. Let's have the witness finally give us. Oh, now for this 15-minute gap. What were you doing, witness? And we're gonna find out what he was doing in that 15-minute gap in the next part, ladies and gentlemen. I've already kind of overrun, but yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. But in the next part, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna continue on with the cross examination of Larry Butts. See exactly what he has to say. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys later for some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations.